The psalm concludes with practical instruction and final warning. These verses tell believers how to respond when wicked people prosper. Verse 16 offers comfort to the faithful. Be not thou afraid when one is made rich, when the glory of his house is increased. Psalm 49, verse 16. Be not thou afraid commands the righteous not to fear. Fear here means more than simple terror. It includes anxiety, worry, and intimidation. Believers face pressure when they see ungodly people succeed. They watch the wicked accumulate wealth and gain influence. This prosperity can shake faith and create doubt. When one is made rich, describes the situation that provokes fear. The wicked person gains wealth and achieves financial success. His business prospers and his investments multiply. Everything he touches seems to turn to profit. When the glory of his house is increased, expands the description. His entire household flourishes, and his family gains honor, and his name spreads. His children succeed, and his reputation grows. Society celebrates him, and people admire his achievements. The righteous observer sees all this and feels tempted to envy or despair. Verse 17 explains why believers need not fear. For when he dieth, he shall carry nothing away. His glory shall not descend after him. Psalm 49, verse 17. For when he dieth points to the inevitable end. Death comes to rich and poor alike. No amount of wealth postpones death forever. The wealthy man will die just as surely as the beggar. He shall carry nothing away, states the simple truth. Death strips away all possessions. He cannot take his wealth with him. His bank accounts mean nothing in eternity. His properties remain behind, and his investments pass to others. He arrives in eternity empty-handed. His glory shall not descend after him, adds another dimension. His reputation dies with him, and his earthly honor vanishes, and his fame fades. The glory he accumulated during life cannot follow him into death. Everything he worked to build stays behind. Verse 18 reveals the self-deception of the prosperous wicked. Though while he lived, he blessed his soul, and men will praise thee when thou doest well to thyself. Psalm 49, verse 18. Though while he lived, he blessed his soul, describes his self-congratulation. He congratulates himself on his success and tells himself he has done well. This man praises his own wisdom and celebrates his achievements. He thinks himself blessed and considers himself fortunate. And men will praise thee when thou doest well to thyself, shows how others reinforce his delusion. Society applauds those who prosper. People praise the successful and admire the wealthy. The world celebrates those who advance themselves. This praise feeds the rich man's pride and confirms his false sense of security. Verse 19 pronounces his ultimate fate. He shall go to the generation of his fathers. They shall never see light. Psalm 49, verse 19. He shall go to the generation of his fathers means he will die like his ancestors. This person joins previous generations in death. His fate matches theirs despite his wealth. Death claims him just as it claimed his fathers. They shall never see light, declares their eternal condition. Light represents life, joy, and God's presence. They dwell in darkness forever. They exist without hope and without God. Their condition never changes, and their darkness never lifts. Verse 20 concludes with a summary statement. Man that is in honor and understandeth not is like the beasts that perish. Psalm 49, verse 20. Man that is in honor describes someone with status and position. He possesses wealth, power, and respect. Society honors him and people admire him. And understandeth not, identifies his fatal flaw. This person lacks spiritual understanding. He cannot grasp eternal realities. He does not comprehend his mortality or recognize his need for God. His earthly success blinds him to spiritual truths. Is like the beasts that perish, delivers the final verdict. He lives like an animal without eternal perspective. Animals exist only for this life. The man who trusts in riches shares their fate. His life ends in a meaningless death.